gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe fún wa òun ni à ń sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kinní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire níbikíbi tí a bá wà. Kinní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe any one of us nítorí pé ìtagbé dání ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn wọ́n á máa ní nígbà tó mọ̀ pé ìtagbé dání yẹn ìwọ náà mọ bó ṣe fẹ́ rí. Kinní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe Professor Banji Akintoye, kinní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gbogbo àwa mídíà, kinní kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà. Àwọn kan ní ká má tẹ̀ máa pera wa ní Yorùbá, ká sọ pé ọmọ Oòduà ni wá. I still say it's the same. Let's come back here and then we'll come back.
Committed elsewhere in the world, Black West Africa is not a priority. Very stark, very hard to say, but that's the case right now. Complete solidarity against this and outrage against what happened in Paris, vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything. We are committed elsewhere in the world, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. The United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
We are not a priority. I want us to take a bit of time to look at the topic. I'm sure some of us have watched Showore spoke on Mayegun. I think it was almost what? Sunday. I'm sure a lot of us watch the program. A lot of us watch different programs from different parts of different platforms. First and foremost, one of our page has been suspended again for 30 days. And that is the Koiki Odudua page. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to share the broadcast into that page, but we cannot stream going into the page itself. I understand that because of what we do, we have a lot of enemies within the government, our politicians, our allies that are using so many ways to stop the inflow of our information to reach as many people as possible. But we will not allow that to Morimbe Babawa Kende Oseni. I know you've tried to call me, but most time when people call, you have to also understand that there's quite a lot of other things that might be the reason why we're not picking calls. So, when you send message, si wa ta ba reply. Mo máa ń sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà pé ká má fi ṣe ìbínú, kò ń ṣe ìgbéraga. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí go live, give me problem on Facebook. So, Koiki Odudua page. Tí gbogbo wa mọ̀, we can't transmit into it, but we can say that no matter what they do, it will not stop the conversation. So ẹni tó bá wá ní òun ò rí wa níbì kan, bí a torí pé ẹ̀yin náà fi ṣe wàhálà díẹ̀ pé ẹni tó náà máa wá sórí program láago kan tí a rí, ṣé kò sí? Ṣé ká lọ wo platform míì tó wà? Bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́, our live lórí Twitter, lórí KOIKIMEDIA, our live lórí Ọláyọmí Koiki. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Facebook náà ló ní Instagram? Nígbà tó dẹ̀ ti block wa lórí ìkan náà page wa, ó máa ń ní effect lórí KOIKIMEDIA Instagram. But Olayomi Koiki is a private page, so that means I can still stream on it as well. Why do I try to recap this? Because, like I said, sometimes it could be frustrating for those that are also trying to find us, knowing that we are there but they can't see us. I know that Lai Mohammed is doing a lot to infiltrate our message from going out. So there's no doubt about that anyway. But nítorí yẹn, láti back down, we will continue to make sure that our message, we're still on YouTube. A lot of people tell you all the time, hello, subscribe. Ní láti máa ṣàlàyé yẹn fáwọn èèyàn. If we only have what we have to make use of it as much as we can as well. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń béèrè báwo ni ara Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ, mo mọ̀ pé lótìtọ́ news is coming out, wọ́n ti poison wọn. Ẹ bá ń gbọ́ gbogbo yẹn, ẹ kàn máa fúnra yín ní high blood pressure. Don't let anyone to tell you otherwise. I repeat, doesn't matter whoever they are. Ẹ sọ pé Koiki sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé gbogbo ẹni tó bá ń sọ pé wọ́n poison ni, wọ́n ní kidney ni, ẹ sọ fún wọn pé irọ́ ló ń pa. He's not feeling well, but all that other nonsense message coming out from whoever it is, regardless of whoever they are, ọkùnrin ni, obìnrin ni, ọmọdé ni, àgbàlagbà ni, paper ni, Nigerian government ló ń sponsor wọn ni, kò sponsor wọn ni. Don't let anybody put you under pressure to tell you that Chief Sunday Adeyemo has been poisoned. He's not feeling well. It's a normal thing for anybody, not to have a bit of energy. But Kewamani Koiki àti Kanibi kan, and there's a lot of blogger out there that also distort a lot of information. Yes, Chief Sunday Adeyemo is not feeling well. That's all we can tell you. But if you're listening to anybody telling you nǹkan báyìí ló ń ṣe wọ́n, ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹni yẹn pé ṣé òun wà pẹ̀lú wọn ni tó fi mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe wọ́n nìyẹn. Let's play our anthem before we go into more conversation this afternoon. Today's day is the 10th of October 2021. It's exactly 19 minutes past 1 p.m. I'm broadcasting from London. Let's go ahead. Like I said, there's so many news circulating all the time. There's news of people that wants to also take advantage by saying that Chief Sunday Adeyemo needs medical treatment and all that. We've also told you that. Let us be very careful. If you're not sure of anything on him, yeah, that picture behind me, let's remove this one so that it doesn't confuse us. you can always reach out to me. And the only account anybody whatever sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ fún wọn ní support is the wife's account. Not even my own account. It's the wife account. Any other account tó bá ti ń ṣe tìyàwó wọn is invalid. I don't know whoever what ẹ bá wa send ẹ sí àkáǹtì yìí àkáǹtì ni kẹ́ bá wa send ẹ. Ẹni Koiki sọ pé no. And moreover, he has not asked anybody for any medical treatment support. Oh yes, people are supporting him, voluntarily in that account that I'm sure some of us already have. But when we talk about one need the phone treatment, all that is bogus. Like I said, if you're not sure, you can contact myself. Àwọn èèyàn lójú mi máa ń le kókókó ni pé kò dábí pé mo tẹ̀ máa ń rẹ́rìn. I do smile. But ìtagbé dání bí ṣe máa ń sọ kò ń ṣeré. Because tá a bá ń wo ẹ̀mí tó ń lọ lójoojúmọ́, because ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó wà ń lé tó bá sọ pé èèyàn 60 kú, mélòó ni wá Nàìjíríà pọ̀? To them it's just a number. But àwa la mọ̀ pé èèyàn kan ló kú níjọ́ Friday, ẹ wo bí gbogbo UK ṣe wà panic, ó ti wà mood yẹn wálẹ̀ díẹ̀, ojoojúmọ́ lèèyàn kú o. But àwọn kú kan wà tó yẹ pé ǹjẹ́ a lè save ẹ̀mí yẹn? Can we save the life of people? Is what we are asking. So before we move away from the conversation around our father, Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, I've seen the headline, he's been poisoned. Don't let anybody give you that false information. I don't care whoever put that information out. Like I said, I don't give a toss. I know the information was released by Dr. Kemi Olunloyo, and I said that information categorically from here is a false information. I'm not scared to mention her name, because she was the one that put that information out, that Chief Sunday Adeyemo has been poisoned. That is a false information. Iron Lani. The reason why she put that out is entirely up to her. She has a platform, she has her followers, she's been in the game for a very long time. So she must have a reason for that. I cannot question that reason. But as a spokesman for Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, I am categorically telling everybody that is a total lie. Irọ́ ńlá. Ẹni Koiki ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. I do communicate with her. Chief's name is a brand at the moment. If a lot of you don't know that. When you type in Chief Sunday, láì tẹ̀ tí Fẹ́ Adéyẹmọ sí, it will tell you who you're looking for. You can do it on Google. But like I said, we are coming to that time of the electionary campaign. This is the time the politicians are looking for who to work with, who to align with from the media, apart from the one that they control in Nigeria that is giving you so many false information. If you listen to most of the media like NTA, channels, TVC, Arise, you will lose plot on the real problem of Nigeria. The real problem of Nigeria is no longer in the hands of the mainstream media. It's now on what we call the social media, which is what we're doing now. We might have equal in terms of target on those platforms. Like we've been, do you know the reason why we're told to for 30 days? Because we talked about the terrorists in Nigeria. That's why we were told, you can't operate on that platform. But we get to a stage where we can build our own platform, which is what we are doing now, especially with our website. The more support we get, we can stream. Biafra nísìn abẹ́ kí n wo Simon Ekpa ẹlòmíì nísìn kò fi gbọ́rọ̀ Biafra yẹn báyìí nísìn ọba ti dárúkọ Biafra báyìí ó máa ń fún wọn ní concern. Mo wo bàbá kan tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá lórí program kan nìkan bíi I slept early and I woke up and I slept back around 4 a.m. mo wá ń gbọ́ fídíò bàbá yẹn. Oh yes, a mọ̀ pé Yorùbá nílẹ̀ alómi aníkíní kan bọ̀ bàbá yẹn ní a lè bá àwọn Ìgbò ṣe a lè bá kíní kan ṣe. The formidable force. Why are we scared of all these, a lè bá yàn kan ṣe ìkan la lè bá ṣe? I understand. Even some of our media disagree with me on that. No matter. Because people always say that they have hidden agenda. My question now is, ṣáwa náà ní hidden agenda ni? Àfi tó bá yẹ pé nǹkan míì là ń ṣe. Some people say Sowore has hidden agenda. But we all want to break away from Nigeria one way or the other. Even the Arewa, wọ́n máa dìde tó bá yá. It's just a matter of time. Or is it because you see the domination of those ethnic groups in Lagos as an example? But tẹ́ bá ń point finger sí irú àwọn Igbo tó ń wà lÉkòó tó ń operate lÉkòó àbí Londo àbí lÉkìtì, kí ni ká ti sọ ti Dangote? Kí ni ká ti sọ ti BUA? Tẹ́ bá ń sọ pé àfẹ́ bá àwọn ẹ̀yà yẹn ṣe nítorí pé trust wọn. But Dangote is already putting his hands in every part of our political lives in Nigeria today. Ìjẹ́ yìí mọ̀ pé omi gbóná tí wọ́n ń dà léyìn lórí ní July 3rd, Dangote ló máa supply mọ́tò yẹn. Ẹ mọ̀, I'm telling you now. Ẹ mọ̀ truck tó gbé wá ní July 3rd ní ìjọ tí Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu tó pa Jùmọ̀kẹ́ Oyèlékè pẹ̀lú Commissioner for Police ẹni ó gbẹnu mi sọ. Bí wọ́n ṣe pa àwọn ọmọ wa tó máa fi di ọ̀la nísìnyí máa pé 1 year. Babajide Sanwo-Olu mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀, Lagos State Commissioner mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn military formation mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀, gbogbo security ló mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ pé wọ́n máa pa àwọn ọmọ yẹn ní ọ̀la, which was a year ago. Pé wọ́n ọmọ yẹn máa parọ́ fún yín. Tinubu mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀, ìyàwó Tinubu mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Mo ń sọ fún yín pé ìyàwó Tinubu mọ̀ nípa Lady K tó sì wà ní Abuja. Ìyàwó Tinubu náà fẹ́ di first lady. Ó fẹ́ di first lady because òun sì mọ̀ pé òun sì lẹ́ngẹ́lẹ́ngẹ́ ó fàìn lára. So ó lè push ọkọ ẹ̀ pé sẹ́ àní presidency yẹn ni ká lé mú. And there's so many of them like that. But a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, a fẹ́ ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́, àwọn kan náà fẹ́ ṣe revolution, àwọn kan náà ń jà pé àwọn náà fẹ́ lọ. So is it gonna be done on our own? Yorùbá ní ọpọlọ àti gbọ́ yẹn rí. Kò ń ṣe pé ṣe máa fi yẹn dẹ́rù bà wá. Tẹ́yìn bá mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ní ọpọlọ gbogbo yìí bàbá yìí tí ẹ ti wà ń bẹ̀ láti joy. Kí ló dé tẹ́yìn ò ṣe kankan sí for so long? Kí ló dé tí ẹ ṣe anything until tí gbogbo àwọn báyìí wá dìde? Yorùbá ní ọpọlọ. Kí lẹ fọpọlọ yẹn ṣe láti joy? Tí ẹ fi allow Fúlàní àti Haúsá tó fi jẹ gàba lórí gbogbo wa. Why did you allow that for so long? Tèmi gbogbo ilẹ̀ rán wa lọ sí school tí ẹ̀ ń rí cut off mark tó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Kí ló dé tí ẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe lóró? Why did you all keep mute? Mo ń wò kan náà àwọn nkú mi kan. I won't mention their name. Bàbá yìí ti dàgbà nísìn. mo wá ń wo picture wọn, mo rántí nígbà tó wà ní institution kan nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo ní dárúkọ state. I'm sure that is not the dream he wants for his grandchildren now. Àwọn ti dàgbà lóòótọ́, àwa gbójúmọ̀ wọn ni. Very highly intelligent Yoruba man. Àgbà ti dé nísìn. Kódà ibi tó jókòó sí gan sef, oorun ń gbé wọn lọ. Ara intelligent tá à ń sọ náà nìyẹn. But ẹ fi intelligent yẹn sílẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kí Fúlàní àtàwùsá kó override gbogbo wa. Why did you allow that? Nígbà tá a bá mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ní intelligent. Yorùbá ló lọ́gbọ́n jù. Kí ẹ ṣe fi ọgbọ́n yẹn kẹ́tì fi bá wọn jà. Ó ṣe jẹ́ gbà táwa dìde nísìn, táwa sọ pé àwa máa ja ogun ni. Nígbà tó bá fẹ́ fà ní kó fà, ìgbà ọ̀la ní para wa dànù. A máa jọ bára wa fa wàhálà gidi. Ẹ rò pé mo kàn sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́sàn-án ní láti London. Èmi ti kọjá ẹni tẹ́ máa dẹ́rùbà. Táwọn kan ò bá ní wálé, àwa sì ń bọ̀ nílé padà. KOIKIMEDIA ilé ò lò ní wá. Ṣé Haúsá ló ní ilẹ̀ wa ni àbí Fúlàní? Àwa àti Yorùbá tájọ wà níbẹ̀ àjọ máa. Báwo ni Tinubu ṣe lè wà ní Nàìjíríà? Kẹ́ni Koiki ò lè wá Nàìjíríà. Who the hell is Tinubu? Who the hell is any of the governors and all our Yoruba politicians táwọn wà ní Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́? Wọ́n máa fẹ́ ṣe jàǹbá fún mi. A máa ṣe jàǹbá fúnra wa ní, ẹ fi sílẹ̀, ẹ má fi yẹn dẹ́rù bà wá. Ìjà tẹ́ máa ń sọ pé Yorùbá ní ọpọlọ yẹn, ẹ ṣe ti bá wa fi jàjà yẹn kó tó dé stage. Why did you all left it too long? Gbogbo yín náà lẹ gbà bọ̀dì nígbà yín pé wa Abíọ́lá. A mọ̀ pé òun náà ní tiẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Ẹni ẹ̀ ń jà fún wa nígbà yẹn ní 1993. Èmi wà ní secondary school. I think I was in GSS 3 during that 1993 election. Ẹ wò gbà yẹn 1993 tó yẹ ká ti sọ pé a nígbà àwọn kan gba àbọ̀dè. Ẹ wá dẹ̀ ní Yorùbá ní ọpọlọ lórí. Ọpọlọ yẹn ló yẹ ká ti fi stop Nàìjíríà nígbà yẹn. Kí ni kàn mí pẹ̀lú BBC? Kí ni kàn mí pẹ̀lú BBC? BBC wá jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí news ni. Kémi lọ check BBC. Ìgbà tèmi wà ní bíbá tèmi jẹ́ spokesman tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ fún yẹn ní kí lọ check BBC. BBC kọ́ bóboso ni. Ẹ tẹ̀ pọ́n BBC yẹn lé gan ojú ẹni tẹ̀ máa ń pa àwọn tó tẹ̀ wá ń lé ẹni máa ń pa mí. Ẹ pọ́n BBC yẹn, BBC náà lẹ wá ń pọ́n lé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ máa pọ́n BBC yín lé gan báyìí o. Ẹ̀yin ará Nàìjíríà, BBC. Bàbá tẹ̀ ń sọ gbogbo platform ẹ̀ ń sọ BBC. Kémi lọ gbọ́n tí BBC kọ lórí olóyè. These are the problem we have. Bàbá dẹ̀ wá ní Yorùbá ní ọpọlọ. Nígbà tèmi jókòó sí bíbà tèmi ń sọ fún yín pé BBC àbí BBC tí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò nìyẹn lẹ́yìn. Àwọn òyìnbó pure òyìnbó ló gbé dání yẹn. Nítorí òyìnbó kọ òyìnbó ìwọ tó ń pè rẹ dúdú ó wà Nàìjíríà. BBC ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀hún náà ló wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ lòun ló ti ń kà yẹn. British Bias Corporation. Kémi lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tí BBC. Kí ni BBC fẹ́ sọ? BBC kọ́ bóboso ni BBC. Ìwọ ọmọọṣẹ́ tí BBC ṣe Nàìjíríà ni. Do you know the job of BBC in Nigeria? Má divert conversation tí mò ń fà lọ. BBC ni kọ́kọ́, BBC ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sórí tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Lótìtọ́ a mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ní ọpọlọ, a ní ọgbọ́n. Òun ni àwọn bàbá wa Fẹ́nifẹ́re, they are in their 90s. Bí bàbá yẹn bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, á náwọn àti bàbá Buhari láwọn jọ ṣe. But a ti jọ wà pẹ̀lú Buhari lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Oh my God. Yorùbá ló lọ́pọlọ. Dispute yẹn. Ọpọlọ wà fún wa lóòótọ́. Bọ́ kí la fi ṣe? Kí la fọpọlọ yẹn ṣe? Ṣé a fi ọpọlọ yẹn ṣe pé kí ayé lè rọrùn fún ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire àbí a kò ní ọpọlọ yẹn? Bí ṣe ń sọ lọ, àwọn ọkú mi yẹn, mo wá wò wọ́n báyìí nínú picture yẹn. Mo ní bàbá yìí ti dàgbà. Mo ní àgbà ti dé. Kọ́nà jẹ́ kí mi náà dàgbà o. Gbogbo àlà ń gbàdúrà ká dàgbà. But à ń dàgbà sínú poverty Nigeria. I'm sure you have some of your own uncles bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó yẹ pé nígbà tí wọ́n wà ní secondary school tẹ́ bá ṣe tán lọ́lídé, inú ilé wọn ló máa fẹ́ lọ gbé. I'm sure you know those kind of, torí body school èmi lọ so each time tá a bá ṣe tán lábẹ́òkúta tá à ń bọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ padà báyìí inú wa máa ń dùn ní ọkọ wa ilé la máa lọ ilé la máa lọ. mo wá ń wo ọ̀nkú yẹn báyìí pé àwọn ilé dẹ̀ ní brain wọ́n dẹ̀ pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo wọn ti wà in their 80s. ìyẹn la ṣe ń dúró de irú bàbá wa Ọbásanjọ́ nísìn kó wá support wa. àwọn tó yẹ pé in their 30s làwọn já gídígbò lọ́ fi dín tọ́dì. àwa wà in our 40s àwa nítorí ó ní connection ní America ó ní connection ní UN kí ló fi connection ṣe bọ́lá ọpọlọ ta mẹ́sàn-án náà nìyẹn. wọ́n tẹ̀ ní pé kò ń ṣe true Yorùbá it doesn't matter ṣe bọ́mọ Nàìjíríà náà lọ́pẹ́ kí ló dé tí wọ́n fi ọpọlọ yẹn. and we have them like that wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ o àkànrántí orúkọ gbogbo wọn ni o gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá tó ti ṣiṣẹ́ ní army ìmí tó yẹ kó tẹ̀ jẹ́ defence minister kìíní kan minister tó bá rí pé ó ti fẹ́ débẹ̀ wá yọ jẹ̀gà wá faṣẹ́ àmọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ bá wá yọ kúrò mẹ́ẹ̀ wá gbé Fúlàní síbẹ̀ adẹ̀ ní ọpọlọ nígbà táwọn ní ọpọlọ yẹn àwọn mo bàbá yẹn wá ń sọ ní yẹn àwa Yorùbá nìkan tá bá fẹ́ gbàyàn àwọn fẹ́ yẹ kí gbogbo àwọn tó wà níbẹ̀ kó jẹ́ Yorùbá nìkan a fẹ́ gba àwọn ẹ̀yà míì ẹ̀rọ ọpọlọ wa ẹ̀rí ibi tó tì wá dé ẹ wo ibi tó ti gbogbo wa dé àtọkùnrin àtọbìnrin ẹ wo ibi tó ti gbogbo wa dé wọ́n wá mú ọmọ wa mọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n mú wọn mọ́lẹ̀ síbẹ̀ till now àárí Yorùbá kọ̀ọ̀kan tó dìde pẹ̀lú ọpọlọ ta ní pé Lady K no káàbá tẹ̀ fẹ́ràn ẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ni now kọ́tẹ̀ máa fún Buhari ní ultimatum pé ọmọ tó dìmú yẹn no you must release her kò kàn wọ́n ẹ̀rí DJ copy ẹ̀rí ó ti ẹ̀rí ó matriculation ní Oxford University bàbá ọmọ Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá àwọn congratulated DJ copy ó ti wọ́n I love her so much ó ní I'm a DJ in the night I'm a student in the morning ṣé wọn náà DJ ní ẹlá ǹjẹ́ wọ́n tẹ̀lé rìn pẹ̀lú DJ equipment ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá a dẹ̀ ní ọpọlọ a dẹ̀ ní brain. wọ́n mú Jamiu Noah ó níyàwó ó ní ọmọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ni pé wọ́n bá nínú ilé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho tó ní ẹ̀tọ́ láti wà níbẹ̀ tó ń ṣe crime tó ti wá di crime nísìnyí pé mo fẹ́ lọ kíyàn mo fẹ́ wà nínú ilé èèyàn mo fẹ́ máa gbé pẹ̀lú èèyàn wọ́n gbé lọ sí Àbújá a dẹ̀ ní wọ́n wá ń wò wá ràn tàbá wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n á ní mo tẹ̀ wo Channels television lánàá bí a ti bá rí clip yẹn mú jáde fún yín àwọn yẹn fẹ́ lè gbára wọn ní blow ta ló wò lánàá ta ló wo program yẹn ta ló wò ta ló bá mi wò lánàá lórí Politics Today ṣeun ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣeun ọ̀kí n ba lóye àìtí ìgbà pé má ti pè ẹjọ́ mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ náà tètè bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé ó máa confuse gbogbo tó wà lórí mi tí mo fẹ́ gbé jáde ọ̀rọ̀ ní kẹ́ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ ná. bọ̀bọ́ yẹn nígbà tó ń wà ní primary school ni ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn ti jẹ́ chairman local government I'm sure pé iná mo wo page kan títí lánàá wọn náà fẹ́ yọ deputy Mákindé bọ̀bọ́ yẹn wá ní ìyẹn wà lórí Facebook mo tẹ̀ mọ́ tó ìyẹn kan ló wà lórí page wa ó náà wọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi so ó wá níyàn kan kú wọn ní kémi náà bá wọn kẹ́dùn mo bá ṣáà click lórí ẹ̀ bá click lórí ẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé yẹn bá dẹ̀ click lórí Facebook àwọn ẹgbẹ́ politician làwọn eléyìí mo wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ka comment ìyá máa jẹ ṣégè sí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé wọn yẹn. For 20 years àbí láti 1999 how many years math mi ó lọ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀ 99 till now how many years that's about 21 years of democracy. tàbá wá wí tán wá ní Rome was not built in one day ìyẹn ló ṣe ṣì ń yàgbẹ́ tó wá fi korobá ó fi ń dami sínú bá tí ìwọ tó bá tẹ̀ ní WC nínú ilé nìyẹn o. èèyàn kan náà tún rán mi létí pé Miss Brother Koiki I told you yesterday that Yoruba politicians and obas are terrorists mo rántí kọ́là yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo rí ẹ ń bẹ̀ láti Ifọ̀ má bínú màá pè ẹ́ Matthew. Èmi náà ṣe ẹ̀mọ̀ bọ́dì mi le díẹ̀ kátálẹ̀ ò lè rẹ̀ bọ̀ kò ń ṣe pé anything than kóòdù ti wà ní ẹ̀rí pé ó ti ọ̀hún lóhùn mi gan but à ń fi oríṣiríṣi pàdé ẹ̀. Mo rí ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo yín pátápátá ni mò ń kí lọ́kùnrin lọ́bìnrin lọ́mọdé lágbà. Lótìtọ́ Yorùbá we have the brains, we have the intellectuals, oh we have tó bá jẹ́ professor ni bàbá Akíntóyè ní a ti jẹ́ professor kọ́tẹ̀ tó máa sọ pé àwọn kan jẹ́ professor. Kí kò ṣe ni alàgbà yẹn náà máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ṣá. He's a professor at London School, no, SOAS, SOAS. Ó náà máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí. I hope that means we might still be back later on this evening. PhD ni bàbá yẹn ní. Ó máa ń pè sórí show. Èdè náà la ní, that's if he agrees that we go ahead today. Okay. I want to talk about Sheikh Gumi's father. I did a lot of research on him during my PhD. He collaborated with the British during the later part of colonial rule before he founded the radical Islam. Okay, so again, with time between 7 and 11 p.m. So there might be a program coming between myself and our brother. He's a PhD. So topic is already lórí. So we might be back again at 7 p.m. I listened carefully to Showore interview with my brother, Mayegun. Some people take gbọ́ revolution náà. Revolution kọ́ la gbé dání. Èmi dẹ̀ sọ pé a fẹ́ jà. Ó lè má jẹ́ revolution kọ́ la gbé dání. But do we need a formidable force to shut down the whole system? Or should we do it on our own as people fighting, negotiating to come out, peacefully out of Nigeria? It can be done. We have no group continue kan béèrè pé Imbola Bashede, what is the progress of Yoruba nation? Mo ní I teach a campaign tán. I teach awareness tán. So àwa náà ti wà nínú ṣòkòtò pẹ̀lú jeans tàbí pẹ̀lú pyjamas tí a máa sọ pé sẹ́ 2023 a gbọ́dọ̀ fún láyè. Do you know why? How many people know the reason why we are saying we do not want 2023? Is it because we don't like all the Yoruba politicians? Is that the reason why? Is that the reason why we are saying we don't want 2023, or there's something more than that? I love my brother, Bayode Oluwasami, and I'm going to read his last message. Is normally on what is it called? Sahara Reporter. I'm just looking for that post. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo wa o níbikíbi tí a ti ń wò wá. I say good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. All right, let's do something. Let's go and look at it. I think I shared it on our page. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, Koiki Oduduwa page has been brought down by Facebook for another 30 days. But we are still here, still using the back end to continue to operate. Happy Eid Maulud to all our Muslim brothers and sisters, mothers from around the globe. Once again, we must continue to enlighten, to educate, and tell our people around the globe the reason why it is time to go back home. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn kàn confused tá a bá ń sọ pé a máa kúrò ní Nàìjíríà pé ibo la wá ń lọ. We are only securing our borders. A ti wà lórí ilẹ̀ wa. We have the landmass, there's no doubt about it. We have the Atlantic Ocean. We have the brains. But we must not allow ourselves to be entrapped into another nonsense election that they are trying to put together. Election is not the way out. Especially, okay, I think I found it. I found what I was looking for. So I'm going to bring it up now on the screen. This was put together by, like I said, our brother, uncle. Let's change the screen and bring it down here. Once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki. It is Koiki. A lot of you know it as KOIKIMEDIA. This is a program to educate, enlighten our people, to tell them the reason why we must now say enough is enough. Enough is enough with Nigeria. Nigeria is not going to work. So forget about trying to pray for Nigeria. It's a waste of time. It is not going to work. Let's put Lady K here and Oladele. We're still waiting for the government to return the dead bodies. In Kanu, Thursday, a D-Day. You're quite right, my brother. Our people lack a lot of intelligence. Let me read this to you so that we are now looking at it from different angles. Formidable force. Ninas is working. The Biafras are doing their own. Some say we should not have anything to do with them. We can't trust them. They can't be trusted. Some say we don't want to have anything with the revolution now because it's Sowore that brought Buhari. Ṣé Sowore ló kówó sílẹ̀? Ṣé Sowore ló kó owó sílẹ̀? Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo wa. We have brains, but that brain has been locked from not utilizing itself as Yoruba people. That's what I believe. I need brain, but à ń fi brain yẹn sí ọwọ́ àwọn kan pé àwọn ló máa bá wa fi brain wọn bá wa gbé délẹ̀. Rather than start putting the right action in place, kò dìgbà tá a bá gbé AK-47 nìkan. There are so many things to shut down a government. Who cares what happened? Afghanistan ti wà in a mess. They are trying to fix it now. Àwa ṣì ń try láti amend tiwa. And that's why they're thinking we are not serious. Let's read what the brother says here. No elections in 2023 with abusive and defective 1999 constitution by Bayo Oluwasomi was put together on Sahara Report as well on the 18th, which was yesterday. And I read as follows. There should be no elections in 2023 with abusive and defective 1999 constitution. I'm sure everybody knows that the 1999 constitution is a fraud. And if you are probably forgotten, I can quickly remind us so that Kema sọ pé you are biased. Let's look at 1999 constitution of Nigeria. I've just typed it at random. There's so many people that have talked about this constitution. So kí ló dé tẹ̀yin Nigerians tẹ́ tó wọ́n sọ pé PDP la fẹ́ lọ dìbò fún PDP ló máa overthrow ní Ṣèyí Mákindé ní Ọ̀yọ́ state, PDP ló máa overthrow ní Sanwó-Olú ní Èkó, PDP ló máa overthrow ní Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ní Ògùn state, PDP ló máa overthrow. Why that nonsense? What you are doing is ẹ kàn tún fún wọn ní epo láti fi suppress yín, láti fi make life more miserable fún ilé ayé yín. Because the more tẹ́ bá ń sọ pé political party ló máa solve problem Nigeria, ẹ kàn ń sún ọjọ́ ìyà yẹn síwájú ni. Ẹ ní ọpọlọ kankan. Ẹ má mix guide ara yín what's it called? It's Marvel Diamond. Ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kò ń ṣèmi ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. So don't I think because wọ́n ṣe gbé message yẹn pé lórí raw brain, so kò ń ṣe mi ni wọ́n lọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí. So let's just leave it as it is. So sometimes in táwọn kan sọ ni pé àná ní brain, ẹ mọ̀ pípa tẹ́mi sọ pé àná ní brain, alájí yẹn wá fi message pé lórí raw brain, so ẹlòmíì rò pé bí ẹ̀mí ni wọ́n sọ fún pé lórí raw brain. So let's not get ourselves tangled in the in that post. And look, we are living in a social media world. That's why I'm don't read the comment, understandable. But sometimes you see one that you want to comment on as well. And I greet everybody. Even we greet all the Arewas when they watch us from the north. They are in danger. 60 lives was lost in Sokoto, and everywhere is quiet. As if you're going to wash your hand. Okay. All right. So we're going to put this. It's about 11 minutes. I think I should be back on my seat, and so that Kiomo do for me. These are the situation at home. You want to know more about anything in Ule? Oh, I bet Daddy, I'm hungry. Hey, yeah. Oh my! Why you put too many soap? It's too much. No, it's not funny. That soap is too much. Ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká play video yìí. Ìjẹ́ tọ́mọ tí ẹ bá béèrè pé Daddy, Mommy, I'm hungry. Ìjẹ́ òun oúnjẹ fún 1999 constitution wà lára problem yẹn. All if it's advert, look, advert. So I'll be back on my seat. I can assure you before 11 minutes, so that we go and take care of Omoduayi. Let's return it back.
99 Constitution. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for coming on this.
Always my pleasure to be here.
Well, the Honorable said that, in fact, it has an interesting theme, that retreat that they have, towards ensuring good governance, accountability in Nigerian federalism. And I did ask him, he says, look, that Nigerians may have the wrong impression, but they mean well for this country. But looking at some of the provisions, I know you've gone through this, you think they really mean well for good governance from what you've seen?
Let us be honest with ourselves. We lawyers say you cannot build something on nothing. The Constitution, the 1999 Constitution, is a constitution that I believe we should jettison completely, because it does not augur well. After 17 years, it has created more problems for us in Nigeria. It has given more powers to the executive governors and the president, that in exercising these powers, they have allowed corruption to come in. Let me give you an instance. The question of security votes with governors has no basis in the Constitution. They are illegally accepting security votes without constitutional provisions. Security votes was brought in by the military governors, because being a military governor, he needed security votes to start looking at people who are going to topple their government by way of a coup. So they allowed them that money so that they could be paying spies to report any coup attempts. Now, the civilians inherited it without a constitutional provision. When Imo State was doing its 5 years something on your channels, the commissioner said Okorocha released 4 billion of his security vote to enable them to use it in building schools. Let us even agree that 4 billion is the minimum. When you multiply 4 billion by 36 every year for the past 17 years, you see what money has been going into the pockets of these governors, and they don't account to anybody.
And we don't know how much exactly.
I'm just using that revelation by Imo State. Now they should be called to account for it. As far as I'm concerned, they have ripped Nigeria of more than 1 trillion naira within 17 years without accounting for it. Now look at also the powers of the governor. When Obasanjo in his good sense created what you call the excess crude fund, the excess crude fund was the excess from the budgeted money when the price of oil was 110, the budget was pegged at 75. So you still have about $45,000, which now Obasanjo said, keep it in an excess crude fund, so that when the price of oil goes below that 75 benchmark, we will have money, to help you to still maintain the standard of governance. What happened? The governor started breathing on the neck of the president. We want this, we want this. When Obasanjo left, he left 86 billion reserve and 47 billion in the excess crude fund. Today, the excess crude fund, I don't think is up to 2 billion. The reserve is just 20, all within 8 years.
But I'm sure it was useful while I have to go and deal with the little one. So let me say I do appreciate everyone. And I hope we've got that gist of that bit of 1999 constitution. Sorry, converse. Sorry, ìdí tí a ṣe ń jẹ ní Nàìjíríà tí passport ẹ̀ ṣe wà valueless, economy wà valueless, inflation, ìyà ń jẹ, gbogbo tó lè think of pé kí ni ìdí tí problem ṣe wà. Why is the reason why there's a problem in this country is based on the number 9991, 1999 constitution. And it is that constitution that will continue láti fi lọ ṣe kíni to lọ fi ṣe 2023 election. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́ ti bàbá yìí náà.
Are you one of 9 men?
Àwọn ilé iṣẹ́ àfẹ́yẹ́ ká san owó náà ni ká máa fi má máa rí advert but ẹ má wọrí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́ níbí báyìí again.
Placement, and they will not stand up to immoral conduct. Then we justify that particular conduct. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And quite sincerely, the judges too, they have part of the blame, but they don't have all the blame. The problem, I think, like the patriots pointed out a long time ago, is that Constitution, Decree 24 of 1999, is a diktat. It's a military diktat. It tells a lie against itself.
Now, the question is, ìyẹn mo ṣe sọ pé kò ṣe pé ẹ wo bàbá yìí nísìn Professor Akin Oyèbọ̀dé, Professor of International Law and Jurisprudence. So now that we don't have all these, and this was when they were celebrating, that shit 58 independent. Some few weeks ago, one now celebrate 61. Nothing has changed. Láti 58 títí dé 61. Ẹ tún wá ń gbèrò pé tá bá fi Yorùbá jẹ́, òun ló máa wá lọ amende, òun ló máa fún wa ní bíi revolution ni, òun ló máa fún wa ní Biafra ni, òun ló máa fún wa ní kò lè work like that because àwọn Fúlàní àtàwùsá wọ́n ti gáàgì gbogbo tí kódà tí Yorùbá bá débẹ̀ lénìí kò lè ṣe pa. Ìyẹn ni gọ́vnà yín ní state kọ̀ọ̀kan bọ́ọ̀sì wọn báyìí ọwọ́ Fúlàní àtàwùsá ló wà. Ẹ pọn wọn tó bá mọ tán pè ní balls.
You are brandishing as the Constitution of Nigeria. It's an illegitimate instrument. There's nowhere where we all agreed that
Even,
that would be
even
the
though it
Constitution.
begins with "we the people."
No, that's the lie that I'm talking about. And
Now, ṣẹgbọ́n kan tí journalist yẹn ṣẹ̀rí angle tó mú wá even with the people. Àwọn wo ni we never signed for that shit 1999 constitution. Kò lè work. But already nísìn àti ráwọn ọmọ wa kankan nísìn ẹ ti fẹ́ máa gbé ìbò campaign ẹ̀bọ̀tẹ̀ tí wọ́n ní adé dúdúbú àbí abẹ́ kìíní kan ló máa ṣe lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ yẹ kó fi ṣe gọ́fúnà Ọ̀yọ́ state. Ṣé ẹ ní làákàyè ni? Ṣé gbogbo táwọn sọ yìí ṣé kò ní mínìnì ni? Àní reason tí ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ tó ṣe tán ní 10 years ago kò tí ì ríṣẹ́ lẹ́nìí nítorí pé wọ́n destroy gbogbo tó jẹ́ tiwa. Kò ń ṣe sentiment. America will always be American first. Britain will be Britain first. Now, a lè develop gbogbo agbègbè yìí. Look, sórí gbogbo àwọn òkè mọ̀pọ̀, òkè gbẹrẹ, òkè kinní kan, ìsàlẹ̀ fàájì, òkè pópá, gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yẹn, sórí bó ṣe jẹ́ bó ṣe wà yẹn, a lè tar road sí gbogbo ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, iná máa wà, íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì máa wà, kò ṣe pé ó ṣe máa lọ máa yàgbẹ́ sínú igbó. Wọ́n máa sanwó fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yín, àníṣẹ́ nílùú òyìnbó, ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ àti àǹtí ẹ̀, èmi ò mọ Amẹ́ríkà, tó bá ń sọ fún ẹ pé Nàìjíríà ó máa ṣiṣẹ́, sọ fún wọn pé kó relocate àwọn family wọn padà wá sí Nàìjíríà. Or kó máa fún ẹ ní owó tó ń gbà lórí àwọn ọmọ wọn ní every week.
I'm not original here. The patriots have said it. Okay, and Ben Wabose continues to say it. I attend meetings on the Black Table where Ben Wabose presides, and he will tell you that constitution is a fraud.
So when we know that this constitution is a fraud, why are you, yes, watching me right now in Nigeria, still talking about 2023? Why? Kí ni ìdí tẹ́ tún ṣe ń gbèrò pé tó bá kó lù síta nísìn agbègbè tó gbé Davido, because mo mọ̀ pé Davido máa play fọ́nkú tiẹ̀ ní Ọ̀ṣun. Sanwó-Okú ìyá máa wẹ́n tó fẹ́ lò. Wọ́n máa wá gbogbo àwọn artist. Mọ̀ pé àwọn artist yẹn àwọn kan jẹun sókè kó jẹun sílẹ̀ ni wọ́n. They are just making their own money. And they have access to travel anywhere in the world. They are recognized because they are celebrities. But ìwọ nísìn tó bá kọ̀ fi lọ gba visa protect on American visa tó bá fẹ́ gba appointment ó di 2024 kí ló dé? When we have our own nation, ẹ jẹ́ n ṣàlàyé fún yín, tá a bá ní orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa, àwa náà máa ní passport tiwa tó yẹ pé ó ní value, economy yẹn a máa build ẹ̀, a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fix gbogbo infrastructure ilẹ̀ tó wà káàkiri a máa sọ di transformation. But nítorí pé ẹ̀yin ò understand yẹn, ẹ̀yin kàn rò pé kọ́ kówó jáde election tí ń bọ̀ nísìn, kọ́ fún yín lọ́kadà, kọ́ fún yín ní mòlú ẹ̀, kọ́ fún yín ní pátá, kọ́ fún yín ní this and that. À ń sọ fún yín pé constitution tí a fi ń operate yẹn bàbá 419 ni. 419 ni. Ẹ wá fẹ́ bá Fúlàní tayò, ẹ rò pé dẹ̀ ni wọ́n gbọ́ gbogbo táwọn sọ pé ká break, ẹ wá ní kó fi Yorùbá ṣe. And we have to also be prepared that wọ́n lè lọ gbé kù jáde. Tó bá dé gbé kù jáde, sórí gbogbo gómìnà tí wọ́n sọ pé Mákindé lẹ́wọ̀ ń bẹ̀ jẹ́ Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún, wọ́n máa lé gbogbo wọn lọ, wọ́n máa tó wá lọ gbé military administrator wá.
That we have to jettison it and do an autochthonous constitution for ourselves. So please let us recognize the limitations of the 1999 so-called constitution. We need a constitution which reflects the spirit of the age, which captures our imagination.
And there's nothing in that constitution right now that captures it. So let's come back here. Let's come back to what this article tó ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ lánàá, kẹ wá wo ìgbà tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ eléyìí. This was when, tá bá sọ pé 69, this was 3 years ago. Well, òun náà nìyẹn, October 1st, 2018. And nothing has changed as we speak right now. And a lot of people now, they are fighting. Bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ nísìn. Mo rí àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn náà, wọ́n fi gbára wọn ní glo. Mo ò bí mo lè sáré rí ni o lórí Ṣéwọ̀n Kínbá lóyè lánàá. Ó kù díẹ̀ kan gbára wọn ní blow. And don't be deceived when you see all these adverts. Ó wà lórí Mori African Development, Akínwùmí Adéṣínà. Africa gbogbo yẹn 419 ni. Kò ń ṣe bí ti Nàìjíríà kan. Okay, òun lélẹ̀. We don't have the copyright to it, but let's just watch it. Tó bá dẹ̀ náà lo fídíò wọn fẹ́ kọjá ká mọ̀. Àyọkúrò tá bá ti ṣe tán. But it's there and we must make use of it. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń bára wọn fà ní bíbà, fi fast forward ẹni. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbára wọn ní blow lánàá. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbára wọn ní blow. Ilé àti ilé ẹ̀rí ibi tí wọ́n ti pínra wọn sí méjì. Ó níbi kan tẹ́ pa àwọn méjèèjì báyìí. Tẹ́ bá rí bọ́ ṣe wọ́n fẹ́ tutọ́ síra wọn lára.
If you really love this party, this is used. This guideline, you can ask the factional publicity secretary that is here to tell us, was this guideline strictly adhered to? The party at the national level.
Let's get just a moment, Julie. How is it a factional
publicity secretary. Is there another publicity secretary in Lagos?
Absolutely. We have Honorable Shegun Akabashorun as a publicity secretary, you know, for APC in Lagos State.
Under your constitution,
you can't shy away from the fact that there are...
But they are still thinking that politics làwọn máa fi solve Nigeria. báwọn ará Èkó bá ń wọlé ní sani àwọn mọ̀ pé àbọ̀bọ̀ yẹn orí ẹ̀ pé ó mọ bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Tendencies in Lagos. This is you sitting on a keg of gunpowder. If you really love this party, you see, you should.
Àwọn eléyìí nísìn wọ́n ń bá Fúlàní tayò ní o. Wọ́n ń bá Fúlàní because gbogbo tó ń sọ pátápátápátápátá Fúlàní ló ń control Lagos o. Ẹ bá rò pé Tinubu ló ń control Lagos, Fúlàní ló ń control Lagos. Wọ́n ti ta gbogbo ẹ̀ fún Fúlàní àtàwùsá.
You talk about having a car that's untested. We are tested in elections.
Only we are tested in lies, lórí irọ́. And this is the gimmick they're going to start playing out to millions of Nigerians at home. Hey, àti mọ̀ pé àwọn Koiki yẹn in nonsense lẹ́yìn sọ ẹ́ ṣe lè sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ break out from Nigeria nígbà tá a mọ̀ pé APC máa wà níbẹ̀ for 100 years. Ọ̀dẹ̀ ò ń bá Fúlàní tayò.
Recently tested on the by-elections with one massively.
That crowd should worry you. Listen, that crowd should worry you.
Ṣẹ̀gbọ́n, ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ local government. Ẹbí wọn ní sí pé local government tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí bàbá tó dé fìlà yìí àti kejì ẹ̀. Local government wọn ló ń function lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí nísìn. In Lagos, which of the local government? Tábàlórí ẹni tó kọ̀ lè pè mí pé local government kan báyìí ó ń function máa fún yín láyè. Ẹni tó fẹ́ pè yẹn ó láti sọ fún mi pé local government báyìí ó ń function +447594050979. Ẹ kàn sọ fún mi pé ní Lagos State o Lagos State tí Èkó tiwantiwa o. Because 1999 yeah, Fulani is just using them for election. You are right. That's the right word.
Because that crowd is within that party. Okay.
You mobilize on news credits and corners.
Oh, really? Okay, if we can do that, why can't you do that? Why can't you then do that? Okay, if we can do that, if an individual can do that, why can't you as a government do that?
To observe the COVID protocol.
What COVID protocol do you want to observe?
Gentlemen, everywhere you are outside of the party.
To them now, you can see why we are now coming back to this conversation. There should be no election in 2023 with abusive, defective 1999 constitution. Mo ti fẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ lórí constitution ilé ẹ̀kan sí ká tó padà sẹ́yìn. Mo fẹ́ ká tó padà sórí constitution yẹn. Now, ẹ lè má like gbogbo àwọn ilé, ẹ lè má like tó ní Nnamdi, àbí? Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ ti kọ́nà fọ́run kẹ́ bàbá wa yìí ó ti lọ Yínká kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹwọn 1999 constitution òun náà la ṣe wá o. Mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ti Pastor Paul Adefarasin ni mo wá. Then I will now finish the write-up. Pastor Paul. Let's hear it from here. Why it's too long. All right, let's hear it from here.
Here's a troublemaker. I didn't know he was going to be in service. I haven't seen him for about 2 years.
No.
And he was standing in the line to testify when he takes a microphone.
So, before then, prior to then, I think it could be this one. Let's hear it from here.
Human authority, leader of the free nation in Christ. I said very deep, and not the problem.
Hope somebody's listening. And it's about time that we let the international community know that they must be partial. Don't come and tell us that you're protecting democracy.
Sherry, as you draw the EU, America, àwọn ìlú yẹn to come and tell us about democracy. Ṣé bó ṣe ń practice democracy in the UK ló ń practice in Nigeria? It is our Yoruba politician that is playing with fire with the Fulani Caliphate. Oshe Adekunle, Muriembe. but tá bá wí tán nísìn wá ní àwa Yorùbá la gbọ́n jù agbọ́n yẹn nísìn ṣé ká fi fa ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tá à ń fà yìí ká tó fi mú lọ fún another 10 years ni àbí ká àwọn kan ní ẹ Koiki Yorùbá nation tẹ́ ẹ̀ sì ṣòwò rẹ̀ náà sọ something like that where they think it's going to come just like that. It can come now if we stop it now. But majority of us are scared. I know one die, I know one die, I know one die. Mo ti lọ́mọ, mo ti níyàwó, èmi tí mo fẹ́ kọ́lé, mo fẹ́ ra lé o, Koiki, a fẹ́ Yorùbá nation lóòótọ́ bọ̀ jẹ́ ká ra máa ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ o. Yorùbá ló gbọ́gbọ́n jù o, ká ṣáà máa ṣe Zoom meeting. Wọ́n máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. This is what we are waiting for. We are waiting for Russia. We are waiting for UN. We are waiting for United Nations. I'm sure some people will be so disappointed that nothing yet has come out from that General Assembly. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting for France. We are waiting for America. We are waiting for so many countries around the world to come and tell us about democracy. When we know that we are running on a fraudulent constitution, we are waiting for IMF. We are waiting for Akinwumi Adesina, African Development Bank. We are waiting for World Bank. World Bank of Africa break it. The more money they can borrow Nigeria, the more we are entrapped in Nigeria. Britain yà gbọ́n nígbà tó rí pé èrò fẹ́ máa wọ̀lú wọn láti gbogbo àwọn European country àwọn ẹ̀rọ fáwọn European country ẹ̀rọ pé gbogbo wọn ló gbádùn ni ẹ lọ sáwọn EU country míì ẹ máa rí ìyà gidi advantage ọkàn ni pé they are part of EU and they can move freely. Britain was not liking that. And that's why they come out quickly. What stop it? No. Àwọn ọmọ wọn dìbò ní ẹfọn ní referendum. Àwọn wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún referendum nísìn. Ẹ̀wọ̀n ní kò sí nínú constitution. Constitution that is a fraud. Wọ́n ní kò sí nínú constitution wa. That constitution, that is a fraud.
Don't come and tell us that you're looking for free and fair elections.
Don't come and tell us. Now they start mobilizing. We're going to send international. Now we're send international observer. But we don't send láti joy. What has it done? Yorùbá lè ló gbọ́n o. A dẹ̀ ní Yorùbá káàkiri o. Àwọn Yorùbá dẹ̀ ń bá wọn ta politics o. Àwọn lọ́gbọ́n o. Wọ́n wà ní politics pẹ̀lú wọn. Àwọn ní Tinubu ló mọ politics yẹn gbájú. Ó mọ tó máa ṣe má wọ́rí. Swagger 23 ni ẹ̀yin ọ̀dẹ̀. Ẹ fi bá Fúlàní táwọn náà ti gbọ́n tó yẹ pé wọ́n ní bàbá owó lọ́wọ́. Tó ní consultant lọ́wọ́. Tó ní Amórì lọ́wọ́. Àwọn ní Amórì wà lọ́wọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ẹ wá ní Tinubu fẹ́ bá wọn tayò. Wọ́n á pàdánù dànù ni. Wọ́n á take it out. Wọ́n ṣe bàbá wa MK Abiola wọ́n ṣe Tinubu lé kan náà tó bàbá wa MK Abiola. Who is Tinubu lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ MK Abiola? Àmọ́ pé òun náà ní tiẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Kọ́lọ̀ foríjì. Who is Tinubu lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ MK Abiola? Tábíọ́lá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ta ni Tinubu? Ẹ wo the end there. But Tinubu ṣì ń rò pé torí òun jẹ́ the national leader àbí national kìíní kan. But àwa náà wá tún wá play into their hands. Election súnmọ́, ó súnmọ́, à ń wòran. Àwọn kan ní ẹ rí wà tá bá ra irinṣẹ́, tá bá nínú yẹn nìkan kọ́. There are so many things that we can do. Tí gbogbo àwa tá tẹ̀ ń sọ pé a fẹ́ Yorùbá nation, tá bá bọ́ sórí títì, tá dúró sójú títì, àmọ́ Yorùbá lè pa gbogbo wa tán. Ẹlẹ́rìí náà ẹ̀yọ́ mi mo ti fi kó mo ní ìyá mo lọ́mọ kí ló tún sọ yìí. Then we want Yorùbá nation. Wọ́n ní ìjọpọlọ ní Yorùbá máa ń jà. Ìjọpọlọ là ń jà. A wà ní 21st century. Oh yes, a máa jà ìjọpọlọ. Bó ṣé a máa fàágùn ni? Ṣé a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà ni? Àbí a kàn ń prepare pé a máa lọ bọ̀ àìtí sọjọ́ ta fẹ́ lọ. Tó bá yẹ pé àìtí sọjọ́ ta fẹ́ lọ ni, let us all know. A lè fi gbogbo ṣẹ́yìn lé bàbá lọ́wọ́. A lè fi gbogbo ṣẹ́yìn lé gbogbo organization tí à ń wò níwájú wa báyìí tí a ní láti dárúkọ wọn. Àwa ta fẹ́ lọ la máa sú ṣòkòtò wa. In tó bá fẹ́ gbà ni kó gbà. Freedom does not come for cheap.
Election has been free and fair in this country, except the closest to it, Abiola and Babagana Kinkibe, which was annulled. Yeah? What we want you to do now, foreign communities, be partial to a criteria that raises candidates at the selection level, not the election level. where the parties must put forth candidates.
But how can those parties put up a candidate? Ẹ wo àwọn tí mo fi wọ̀nyí nísìn, wọ́n fẹ́ lè gba blue lánàá nínú Channels television. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n fún wọn ní boxing glove ni, wọ́n máa gbára wọn nínú blue lánàá ni. Ìrọ́lọ̀ dẹ̀ ni o, tó bá jáde nísìn, wọ́n jọ lọ ọmọ tọ́jọ́ máa bá sùn, ó wà lóòótẹ́ tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ibi tó lọ lánàá yẹn.
Who understand development and have proven it in their past, their history.
We are waiting for the Western world as Yoruba people to come and break Nigeria for us. We all know about this video. Now let's come back here. Only point let me quickly push it. A constitution is the legal document that governs the legitimate of government action. It requires official conduct to be in accordance with the prefixed legal rules. In this respect, Constitution checks whether the act of government is legitimate, bí budget tó ń gbà nísìn, ṣó dé sálẹ̀, ṣó dókè. Whether official conduct their public duty, ṣé Hausa nìkan ló ń jẹ gbogbo ẹ̀, àbí Yorùbá náà wà níbẹ̀, àbí Igbo wà níbẹ̀, àbáwọn ẹ̀yà míì wà níbẹ̀. In accordance with the law. Ẹ wá ń bá wọn tayò, ẹni ẹ̀yin mọ àyò ta. A constitution guarantees the following limitation of power. Limited government, separation of power, check and balance. Ǹjẹ́ Buhari tó wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí tó ń tayò pẹ̀lú àwọn Fáṣọlá tó jáde tó ń sọ kàpàkàpà lórí BBC Yorùbá àti yàn bá báyàwó ẹ̀sùn tó bí méjì tó bí bẹ́ta tó wà ní yàrá kan tó wà ní ìṣẹ́ tó bá máa fẹ́ jẹ́ kúrò ní ìṣẹ́ yẹn á wá lọ sínú 2-bedroom flat. I don't want to play that video. I'm sure you all seen that video. Tó ń sọ kábàkàbà investigative journalism tó lọ ní last year lẹ́yìn ìgbà tẹ́ pa àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tán tó ń tọrùn tòkòtòkòtòkò ìbára báwo tẹ̀ ní máa ń ṣe máa ń pè ìsàlẹ̀ kó Barack Obama òun nìkan lórí CCTV tí wọ́n gbé sẹ́gbẹ́ kan tó ní eléyìí wà bẹ̀ láti bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan lẹ́yìn tó pa àwọn ọmọ yẹn tán. Independent judiciary ẹ fi ẹni tó ní sharia ẹ fi jẹ the chief justice of the nation tí Yorùbá wà níbẹ̀ tí àwọn ẹ̀yà tó kù wà lábẹ́. Yes, èmi ti sọ ẹ fún wa ní 1 million nílẹ̀ Yorùbá under 72 hours KOIKIMEDIA sálẹ̀ 1 million youth kó jáde àtàgbàlagbà àtàrúgbó pé ó ti sú wa àṣemọ́ ká fọ́n sí gbogbo local government wa ká rí pé yes 1 million 72 hours máa dé Nàìjíríà. Respect for individual rights. Ǹjẹ́ ìtẹ́mi sọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn ǹjẹ́ wọ́n bí wọ́n da kí wọ́n sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ọlọ́pàá máa lé ẹ mú pé wọ́n fi pa ẹ́ kí ló dé ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ nísìn ọlọ́pàá ò lè wá kanlẹ̀kùn lé mi MI5 ò lè wá kanlẹ̀kùn lé mi kò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ terrorism là ń sọ nínú yàrá. Èyí tá à ń sọ ni pé self-determination. Respect for self-determination. Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n respect ẹ̀? Wọ́n kó sójà lọ sílẹ̀ Igbo ẹni wọ́n ní kó wá sísàlẹ̀ ó fẹ́ tó dé tán. Civilian control of the military, police governed by the law and judicial control. O kàn lo dreadlock lásán ọlọ́pàá bá fún ẹ nígbà tí o tún sọ pé wọ́n Nàìjíríà. I love Nigeria. Ọmọ Nàìjíríà káàbọ̀. Nigeria has become a laboratory for auditoриan under a democratic experiment. Wọ́n wá ń fi Nàìjíríà wọ́n fi ń ṣe experiment. Wọ́n fi Nàìjíríà Yorùbá máa fi ṣe experiment. Igbo fi ṣe experiment lọ́hùn-ún. Àwọn middle belt fi ṣe experiment. Àwa mẹ̀kúnnù wá wà láàrin méjì. Àwọn èèyàn wá wà káàkiri àgbáyé. Oníkálukú ẹ̀ mánéjà rẹ̀ ìbáṣà ti wà nílùú kan tí mò ń rí jẹ tí mò ń rí mu ẹ̀rí pé ó da bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé bó ṣe jẹ́ kó rí nìyẹn. The regime of General Muhammadu Buhari, the butcher of Asoro, Payan of Asoro, has now transformed the 1999 constitution and the state apparatus in a illiberal way. Ó kó gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní ẹ̀rí pé ó gbọ́n. Àwọn aráàlú Yorùbá ló gbọ́n o Yorùbá ló gbọ́n o Yorùbá ní kẹjẹ́ kó ṣe oppression repression suppression ẹ ṣe gan òyìnbó yẹn pọ̀ jù oppression repression suppression. Africa Confidential ni fear is what makes our people regret. Òyìnbó yìí ti pọ̀ jù òyìnbó yìí ti pọ̀ jù ẹ má fún òyìnbó yẹn ṣe mí léṣe tí ó ti bá kà jáde ní sàn tí mo fẹ́ kà fún gan ilé táwọn kà gan ti pọ̀ jù ẹni tí mo ń translate díẹ̀díẹ̀ tí mo ń kọ́ àwọn òyìnbó àwọn tó kọ́ òyìnbó yìí ti pọ̀ jù. I rather now play politics. You are playing politics with evil people that do not care how many lives will die for them to gain what they want. Let's continue. The Buhari, the butcher of Aso Rock, convert 1999 constitution and the apparatus in a illiberal way. The political sphere has been monopolized. APC is thinking they are smart. PDP is thinking they are smart. That's how you can see that FFK. He thinks he's smart. He thinks he has arrived. He thinks he can play the game. Let's continue. The political sphere has been monopolized in favor of Fulanis, while attack against important actors from civil society. Any civil society in Nigeria. Strike in you what the council what the go over what the go over. And you're expecting the international and the Western world to come and help us solve this problem. We are waiting. We are waiting for the Western world. Let's continue. A rash of recent incidents were made possible by the Constitution for a dictator disguised as civilian president to undermine our democracy. The 1999 Constitution was designed. The 1999 Constitution was designed to construct Nigeria as a competitive authoritarian regime, ensures elections are rigged. It doesn't matter. Do you think Ibo yes? Okay, I'm coming. The 1999 Constitution was designed to construct Nigeria as a competitive authoritarian regime, ensures elections are rigged with corruption, rigging, ballot boxing, snatching, vote buying. Nigeria is governed like a police state. Before any elections, this is where I want us now to continue to remember the 5-point agenda of Ninas. The 5-point agenda of Ninas. From wherever you are, whether you agree with Ninas, whether you... Yeah? You didn't finish it? Okay, I'm coming now. BB. What's BB? TV. BB. What's that? Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, go downstairs. I'm coming now. I'm coming, okay? All right, go downstairs. I'm coming. Okay.
Tangible resume that they can deliver. Development. Nigeria must develop. How can we still be buying petroleum product from foreign countries when this is the home of oil? You understand what I'm saying? How can we buy chocolate from Holland when this is where cocoa has its natural habitat? Do you understand what I'm saying? How is it that we do not participate in the value chain? Then we only get about 3-4% of the value chain of most things that we have the raw material of here. Nigeria has lost her mind. I hope somebody's listening at me. Number 2, we want people who not only can handle development, they must be disabused of religionism and ethnicism and terrorism. If you have ever been associated with terror, we do not want you to be our president, our governor, our representatives, our judges, or our lawyers. We don't want people like that. I believe that is the will of the people. Number four, you must have the competence and capacity to assemble around yourself by the kind of friends you keep. The kind of...
Let's pause that and come back here. Now, let us remember the key 5 points that Ninas want. Because this is the area that Ninas, if you don't know what Ninas is, because we might be getting the first viewers. You never know who is watching. They could just be passing by. Tatulele. Who is this? So NINA stand for Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. Don't get us wrong. It's good to have conversation on the Zoom, WhatsApp, forwarding. We know Nigeria have problem. All I am saying in every WhatsApp group is people just picking up information, putting it in there, and then everything get clogged up. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, how are we mobilizing our people in the local government in getting ready for any eventuality? How are we preparing our people? It's good to have hundreds of different organizations. It's good that we are having protests, highlighting the problem to the Western world. But how are we also now mobilizing our people within our local government? Forget about the whole state. Each local government, bóyá àwọn tí ẹ máa move nínú local government tí ẹ máa bá ṣe. But everybody expect the media to take charge of everything. We are trying to defend one Nigeria, a country where it has literally kept millions of people to even understand irú ilé ayé wo làwọn wá yìí. Remember, there was what we call the constitutional force majeure. How many of us remember this? This was last year. Let me just open it up quickly. What was the demand? Notice of a constitutional grievances, declaration of constitutional force majeure, demand for transitional process for an orderly reconfiguration of the constitutional by basis of the Federation of Nigeria, being the joint proclamation of a sovereignty dispute. This is going through the normal legal conversation, diplomatic, but how long is it going to take? We don't know. But if you look at what Pastor Paul has been saying, it's the same thing that this has been saying, it's the same thing that our brother wrote yesterday. But he has been able to streamline it down on our behalf by giving us the 5 points, 5 areas that NINAS, which I've just explained to you what NINAS is all about. The federal government of Nigeria they're not bothered about all these. Our governor, they're not interested. Our politicians, they're not interested. They're preparing for 2023. So what happened then? Is it going to be civil disobedience? Are we going to listen? Just like the Biafrans are already doing. Sit down at home. They sit down at home. Some of them wants to go out, but they have no other option than to sit down at home. Can the Yoruba sit down at home? They say we have another brain that we can use. We're waiting to see how that brain is going to make sure that 2023 does not hold. What do we put together? What mechanism do we put together to make sure that when we start saying at that point that election is not holding, so will happen, so must be done, are we going to activate, or should we just continue to come on the social media and continue to have a conversation? We will open the phone line anytime soon. But let's read these 5 demands and then we open the phone line so that we can hear your own view. But it's not just about coming on air every day, which is better, which is good. But how are we preparing for the known and the unknown? Ǹjẹ́ à ń gbáradì fún ìtabámọ̀ tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ àti tí a mọ̀ tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀? Which one are we? Which one? Before any elections are held in 2023, the following 5 requirements are contained in the NINAS, Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities for Self-Determination. Constitutional force majeure must be met. Number 1, The federal government must acknowledge the constitutional grievances and sovereignty dispute declared by the peoples of South and Middle Belt. Federal government must decommission and jettison the 1999 Constitution as the basis of the Federation of Nigeria, as was done by the government of the apartheid South Africa in the 1990s that dismantled the apartheid constitution. Federal government must suspend further general elections under the disputed 1999 Constitution, since winners of such elections will swear to and govern by that Constitution. Federal government must initiate a fixed schedule for two-stage transitional process for Constituent Assembly to write a new constitution rectified by referendum and plebiscite, and to negotiate the terms of the federating afresh as may be dictated by the outcomes of the referendum and the plebiscite. A formal invitation to the people of the South and the Middle Belt to work out and put in place transitional authority which shall specify modalities for the transitional process, including the composition and the mandate of the transitional authority, as well as the time frame for the transitional and other ancillary matters. There should be no elections in 2023 with abusive, defective 1999 Constitution, because it is an instrument of oppression, subjugation, by which minority Fulanis enslave the majority ethnic groups of the Yorubas and the Igbos. Do we all understand? How many of us wants to be free from Nigeria, or are we just talking? How many of us truly want to leave that contraction, or are we just playing? Who wants the bread? Who wants the key? Who determine whether we should continue to be part of Nigeria? Àwọn ògbó ló ń determine yẹn náà. Ṣé àwọn òyìnbó ló ń determine ẹ̀ ni àbí àwa àbí federal government? Ta ló tẹ̀ ń determine pé a fẹ́ wà nínú Nàìjíríà? Ta ló ń determine ẹ̀? Ẹ dá mi lóhùn. Who determine that we still be part of Nigeria? Is it the international community, United Nations, America, France, Germany, Russia, China? The stakeholders in Nigeria. Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ́n lẹ́nu tẹ̀yìn náà. Ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń wò wá. Ta ló ń determine? Ta ni tó ń take determination yẹn pé we still gonna be Nigerians by force? Because some of them believe that the power, the weapon, all the money is in the hands of those that can use it to kill every one of us. Do you think they can kill every one of us if we all flood every part of Yoruba land today and demand that we do not want to be part of that nonsense country called Nigeria? Are we scared? I don't know. Let's hear from you. Hello, caller.
Yeah,
Koiki. Ẹ sir.
Yeah, Kushe.
You're welcome.
And mo fẹ́ make contributions sí nǹkan tó sọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìnyí, but kí n tó sọ yẹn, mo fẹ́ bring to your notice pé ṣé èèyàn bá make contribution tó bá edit program ẹ̀ máa edit any comments bóyá ó wà helpful àbí kò wà helpful, as long as ènìyàn bá ti lè make contribution ẹ̀ jẹ́ kó rí rẹ̀ as part of that conversation.
Okay.
Nǹkan tí mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé èmi make contribution lálẹ́ àná nígbà tí sọ pé who's the proud Nigerian. Àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ rí pé láti mo listen sí program yẹn again mi ò gbọ́ anything wọ́n yọ mí kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò mọ reason yẹn. Ó lè jẹ́ mistake, ó dẹ̀ lè má jẹ́ mistake, but make sure pé ó jẹ́ kí everybody belong. Tó bá ti lè fún láì kọ́ wọlé jẹ́ kán wà ń bẹ̀, because àwọn èèyàn máa tún program yẹn gbọ́ 20 times. Then fún ti eléyìí tó sọ yìí, nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ kó understand ni pé ó ní who determined, both the international àti àwọn stakeholders Nigeria ló ń determine bóyá a máa jẹ́ Nigeria bá ní jẹ́ Nigeria. Níbi ìbò ṣe sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lélẹ̀ ìwọ náà máa ń sọ many times but tí history wa dẹ̀ sọ nìyẹn. Amalgamation tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 2014, it is not determined by the normal populace. Àwọn stakeholder bí àwọn bàbá Zik, bí àwọn bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀, bí àwọn Amadou Bello.
Yeah.
Pẹ̀lú àwọn international countries in Britain, àwọn náà determine pé a máa jẹ́ Nàìjíríà.
Okay.
Ẹni tó kì í ṣe Ọlọ́run ló sọ. Ọlọ́run ti dá
Before Keto move forward, is that still valid in this 21st century of this self-determination campaign?
Okay. Valid in the sense pé sórí àwọn international countries here, particularly Britain, US, China, wọ́n ní investment ní Nàìjíríà, and as long as wọ́n bá ṣì lè máa rí àwọn Fúlàní yẹn as the easy access the good resources tó wà ní Nàìjíríà táwọn ò ní ìlú tiwọn, automatically they would never for any reason support ìpèkè break.
So how do we then come out of that mess?
Very good. Sori, torí ìwọ náà máa ń sọ wípé ìjà la máa jà. Bó sori ìjà tá a máa jà yẹn, tá a bá jà ìjà yẹn, àwọn all these Western countries àti China yẹn, they will not be ready láti sọ pé okay o, wọ́n ti bà investment àwọn jẹ́ because tá a bá máa jà yẹn, àwọn máa wá láti wá support Nigeria, particularly Britain, wọ́n máa wá láti wá support the. So ìtàn àwọn bàbá Akíntóyè àjẹbọ̀dì yìí ṣe, wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa o. Bọ́ iṣẹ́ tó yẹ kán lọ ṣe gangan ni pé kán lọ bá Russia. Russia ò sábà Russia a máa need láti ní èèyàn tó máa support wa táwọn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo wàhálà yẹn because ní Amori as normal ordinary Nigerian and to bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ fight against oppressor. Tó o bá jẹ́ ọmọ tó bá kàn jẹ́ pé kò máa ṣe population bẹ́ẹ̀ jáde oní 1 million oníkìrí kan yẹn. Wọ́n ti bà psychology àwọn Nigerians jẹ́ pé tó bá yọ ordinary ọ̀bẹ sí wọn. Gbogbo wọn á sá kúrò, tó bá yàdá sí wọn, wọn á sá kúrò, wọn á sá lọlé. Because wọn ò ní psychology àti lè stand anything tó bá ti jẹ́ weaponry tó fẹ́ face. And àdèfẹ́ bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wà òpin ní. Sori nítorí yẹn ká ṣe ni pé gbogbo bó ṣe ń ṣe àwọn dealings náà bàbá Akíntóyè gbogbo àwọn all these other people ìlànà gbogbo wọn ṣe yẹn which is good. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ lọ behind the scene láti lọ make sure pé wọ́n get èèyàn kan. Sori tí Amẹ́ríkà bá rí Russia lẹ́yìn Nàìjíríà, tí Britain bá rí Russia lẹ́yìn Nàìjíríà, wọ́n máa ṣèké with ease ni. Because wọ́n mọ̀ pé sori pàdé àwọn French tó ń pẹ́ lọ fọ́ọ̀mù ní this African country. Gbàtí àwọn kékeré pé country yìí tó lọ bá Russia, ọwọ́ kan ní France kúrò nílùú yẹn kíákíá because wọ́n mọ̀ pé Russia bulldog ni wọ́n tó bá ti rẹ́dà àti ìjà báyìí wọ́n fẹ́ jà nìyẹn. And but àwọn people ní investment, China ní investment sí Nàìjíríà, UK àwọn ní the biggest investor, America tó ń pè ní Biden gbogbo wọn yìí gbogbo náà ní investment. Tí wọ́n bá rẹ́dì tó bá rí pé èèyàn kò fẹ́ bà kí ni wọ́n jẹ́, wọ́n máa kó àwọn army lẹ́yìn tó wọ́n máa supply gbogbo all the things táwọn Nàìjíríà ní láti lè fi defeat. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló fi rí woman British High Commissioner yìí tó fi ń lọ. Gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ni pé Nàìjíríà má wọrí o, tó bá di pé àwọn pípé yìí kọ́ kọ̀ràn tán, àwọn akókìní fún yín láti fi make sure àwọn support yín. Kọ́kọ́ lè bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tá a bá lọ sọ́dọ̀ Russia, tó bá di pé Russia náà kọ́ mi lójú ẹsẹ̀. Àwọn kan ni wọ́n máa ṣèké ni wọ́n máa wájú fún rántí pẹ̀lú wa pé òkè ẹ ti fẹ́ máa bá kíní ìjọba yìí sí kí lè fẹ́ ká ṣe. But on their own wọn kò lè rí pé wà pé àwọn fẹ́ kẹ́ gbé. Bàbá lọ sí US.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Dáàbà kí ìjà kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀. So èmi kò fẹ́ kákan náà tẹ̀ ni pé tabakọ̀ ni a níjà máa protest. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ti get psychology wà pé tabakọ̀ la fẹ́ protest. Táwọn bá yọ ordinary people jáde. Everybody answer.
Ẹja gbọ́ tẹ̀lé mi. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. And let me say this: we do not edit any of my broadcast, live transmission. Hold on, hello.
Hello.
Ẹnisoro sir. I can edit any of my videos that we put out. So what bó bá ṣe wà náà ló ń wà. So we don't go back and take it down and put it back in. No, we don't do that, at all. Mo ń gbọ́ yín láti New York, if I'm right. I'm sure pé ti gbọ́ the first caller. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ view tọ̀dọ̀ tí yín náà lórí conversation tó wà nílẹ̀.
Lórí tí gentleman ẹ jẹ́ tó sọ̀rọ̀ tán sí, we don't need no Russia to come and help us. We don't need nobody. Gbogbo wa àríbá kan náà, oníkálukú ló ní ohun tó lè ṣe. àwọn bàbá Akíntóyè wọ́n ṣe ohun tán lè ṣe. But among us nílẹ̀ Yorùbá yẹn náà there are some militant láàrin wa ń bẹ̀. Àwọn militant yẹn la ní láti wake up wọ́n láti wá defend wa. Torí gbogbo wa náà kọ́ la lè jà gbogbo wa náà kọ́ la ní agbára. But there are some people tó náà fi sáàrin wa tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n lè jà wọ́n lè defend ara wọn wọ́n lè defend. Àrú àwọn èèyàn báyìí tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló yẹ kán dìde. Àwọn tó máa ṣe tí oníwèé kán máa ṣe lọ bí àwọn bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ bàbá Akíntóyè àti gbogbo organisation tó kù. But within us àwa la máa jìjà wa Russia kankan ò lè ràn wá lọ́wọ́. No, kò sí ìlú kan tó lè ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àfi káwa láàrin ara wa ká dìde fúnra wa. Tẹ̀wọ́n pọ̀ Ọlọ́run tó bá tásìkò náà Ọlọ́run á gbé àwọn èèyàn náà dìde wọ́n á dẹ̀ jàjà náà àjà borí dẹ̀ náà máa jà.
Lágbára náà.
Gbogbo pẹ̀lú máa bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
So kò jẹ́ kó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn o.
All right, thank you very much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n tí ẹ̀ ń bá wa lọ lórí ètò náà. Àǹfààní tí wá wà fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín náà nísìnyí. Ẹ ti gbọ́ tọ̀dọ̀ tèmi. Ẹ lè disagree, ẹ lè agree. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ tẹ̀yin náà kí lẹ rò sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀. Ǹjẹ́ formidable force báwo la ṣe fẹ́ lọ? Ẹ gbóhùn sókè ẹni tó wà lórí line. Ẹ bá mute background. Ẹ bá mute background pátápátá mọ́ mi.
Mr. Koiki, ẹ káàtàn sáà àbí ẹ káàárọ̀.
À ń gbọ́ yín náà.
Ẹ wo the first man kan tó sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó the first person tó sọ̀rọ̀ kan before this man kan ní kẹ́ ká pé Russia èmi support yẹn o.
Okay.
Yes, because tẹ́ bá wo Biafra wọ́n ní Israel lẹ́yìn wọn.
Okay.
Tẹ́ bá tún wo Syria
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
nígbà tí Syria ń pe tiwọn wọ́n ní Russia náà.
Kódà Russia kúrò lẹ́yìn Syria.
So a ní ìdí èèyàn lẹ́yìn wa. Only there was a time kan tí mo pè sórí program mo lá ní the army tí politician ò lè control. Gbogbo èmi ni Afẹ́nifẹ́re OPC àwọn politician ṣì ń control wọn. A ní di àwọn èèyàn tí politician ò lè control. They are not for politicians, they are for Yoruba nation. A ní di wọn. Mi ò ní so a ní ìdí ẹ̀ because àwọn èèyàn tá ń bá fàkìní wọn ò lè gbà lẹ́rọ̀. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́? Ẹ wo Buhari tó ń kó Boko Haram sínú àmì tó ń kó bandit sínú àmì tó ń kó kẹ́lẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn náà ní plan. Another thing tí mo tún fẹ́ sọ fún àwọn Yorùbá politician Yorùbá elite bàbá Ahmed bàbá or whatever Hausa or Fulani man kan máa yẹn ó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ kan Ọlọ́run gbọ́ mo di ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mú only this is a game only we know how to play this game. Ó dà pé àwọn elite wa wọ́n ti fi kọ́kọ́rọ́ ti brain wọn. They don't know what they are doing. They are not thinking. And this is a real game. Tí Fúlàní ti play láti 100 years. Ẹ wo 4 years ago or 5 years ago. Èèyàn kan fún mi ní radio station kan. Ó ní kí n play ẹ̀. Igbo ni máa yẹn. Ó wá play ẹ̀ nínú car mi ní US. Ṣùgbọ́n mi ti ẹ̀ rántí radio station yẹn ó kàn ní kí n lọ play radio station kí n lọ ẹ wò Fúlàní ní àwọn fẹ́ take over West Africa àga Nàìjíríà gbọ́ngbọ́ngbọ́ngbọ́ngbọ́n yẹn àwọn fẹ́ take over they must take over that Nigeria. Yes, that was 4 or 5 years ago tí mo gbọ́ kíní yẹn nínú rédíò wọ́n wá ń play game wọ́n wá ń nísìnyí ẹ máa wo Fúlàní ṣé ẹ gbọ́ kan tí mo sọ.
mo ń bọ̀ yín.
Ẹ máa wo Fúlàní nísìnyí gbogbo South West ń sìn gbogbo we want president ẹ rí i pé wọ́n ti accept. They accept. Tí wọ́n bá gba Nàìjíríà lóyún yíyẹ 10 years 20 years 30 years time wọ́n ṣe kí ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe ń plan ní kinní wọn.
Back down.
So we need to be on top of the game and we need to even stop playing game. Àgbáyé yìí náà kí ló ń wá. Kí ni gbogbo wọn wá àti US àti ẹ máa wo China. Ẹ máa wo China. China gbọ́ lè jẹ́ kó pín nítorí ọ̀pọ̀ pé tán bá pín wá ṣe ná.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni.
Wọ́n kọ́ lẹ́yìn ọ̀kan lánàá pé wọ́n ní kí Buhari wá sọ̀rọ̀ global warming. Kí ló fẹ́ sọ ní global warming? Kí ló fẹ́ sọ? Kí ló sọ ń bẹ̀ gan? Tí Nàìjíríà ò ní ná Ó jẹ́ pé generator ni. Tẹ́ bá lọ sí compound kan bá eruku bùbùbùbù ìyẹn kò ti pa àwọn èèyàn tán ni.
104 billion ni ó wà ní bọ́jẹ̀tì fún servicing àti generator.
Mo wá sí Nàìjíríà 3 or 4 years ago. Just look up, look at the view. Just look at the sky.
Okay.
Pollution, so dark, lọ́sàn gangan. Everywhere was so dark, so polluted. Àwọn èèyàn bí ẹ̀mí símú. Wọ́n ní ẹ̀mí símú ẹ wá lọ síkì.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́ tẹlòmíì, ẹ ṣé gan ni. While we were discussing that, I was also doing a background check. Ẹ ṣe sùúrù ẹ̀ ń tẹ́ fẹ́ pè wọlé. Ẹ rí headline yìí, mo kàn pick it at random ni on Al Jazeera, and I think this was posted last year, October 1st. And the headline was, "What has Russia gained from 5 years of fighting in Syria?" A mọ̀ pé Russia ó fún Syria ní full backing. Full backing. Why did Russia intervene? Ìyẹn gangan ni mo fẹ́ mú nínú ẹ̀. Some observers have attributed the Russian decision to intervene formally in Syria to a July 2015 visit to Moscow by General Qasem Soleiman. Ẹ mọ̀ pé òun ni wọ́n pa ní January this year, àwọn America. The late commander of Quds Force of the IRGC, who was assassinated by the United States in Baghdad in the early January this year. The Iranian general supposedly convinced Russian President Vladimir Putin to send Russian troops and save the Syrian government. Is Russia going to save us from Nigeria? I don't know. I'm just asking. Or should we just put our trust in the Almighty Creator and then put the action of the Yoruba people, our intelligence, our formidable force into it? The question is still, who determine if I still, me, Olayomi? Now, ta ló ń determine pé I still be part of Nigeria? Ṣé Britain ni? Ṣé United Nations ni? Ìbéèrè tí mò ń bi wá nìyẹn. However, it does not seem like the Kremlin needed convincing. The fall of al-Assad would have threatened Russia's interest and also eliminated another regional ally. This would have been a major blow to Moscow. Ǹjẹ́ Moscow máa dá sọ́rọ̀ wa bí a ó nídìí tí wọ́n lè rò pé táwọn bá dá sí àbí táwọn bá dá sí ó máa affect àwọn? Ẹ mọ̀ pé Syria àti ọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn náà ó súnmọ́ra wọn. Ǹjẹ́ ká fi ẹ̀mí wa sọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè ni àbí báwo? Ẹ bá wa dá sọ́rọ̀ náà, ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́tọ̀dọ̀ ti yín. Ẹ ló kọ́nà láti Kútọ́nù, ẹ bá wa dá sétò, à ń gbọ́ yín o. Ṣé fẹ́ dá sétò ni? Pé ẹ dá sétò, àtúnbẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ṣé fẹ́ dá sétò ni, má fi tí ń disturb wa. Hello kọ́là, à ń gbọ́ yín o, ṣé fẹ́ dá sérò ètò ni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
À ń gbọ́ yín sà.
Ní mi tún pé mo pè yín for the first time láti location 9.
Ìlú àwa náà dó tá à ń gbọ́ yín.
Ṣé kiri àwa tí a wà ní location 9 ń bá àwọn èèyàn? But nǹkan táwa kọ́ dàgbọ́ pé ó pẹ́ bóyá bí àṣà yín ìgbẹ́ máa di gbàásgbòs. Bó ṣe máa di gbàásgbòs yẹn ni àmọ́. Àwa ló ń gbìyànjú tiwa náà láti máa sọ fún àwọn tí wọ́n wà ń lé pé tájọ wà ń lé ń pé ní dìbò káwọn yẹn má lọ dìbò. The country is gone already. There is nothing like one Nigeria. Ó ti sú gbogbo wa. Bó ṣe máa ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn láti mọ̀. Ṣé bá wo Ọ̀làǹsìn tó fẹ́ pé ọdún kan tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn ní Lẹ́kì. Gbogbo amọ̀tàn ti ń lọ káàkiri. Amọ̀tàn ó ti ń lọ káàkiri. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti ń wá.